My name is Sister Mary Kay Moran. I'm a servant of the Holy Heart of Mary, and I'm a teacher. I live in Rockford, Illinois, which is where I was born and raised, and presently I'm teaching at the school that I went to through grammar school. So it's neat being full circle and coming back. I've been a teacher for 52 years. I teach religion. One of the things I like about teaching religion is the days where I don't put it necessarily on the lessons from the book, but I let the kids ask any question that they want. Because there are so many things that they wonder about that sometimes they don't have the time to ask. And I always enjoy those times. And I enjoy sharing with them my background and my love of the Lord in my life. I also have a degree in computer education, so I've done a lot of things with the kids on computers, and now I specifically teach math to 3 groups of students. A 4th grade group that's in a 5th grade book. Actually, we finished the 5th grade book. We're going to start the 6th grade book next week. And a group of advanced 5th graders, and then the algebra 8th grade group. My philosophy of education is basically, especially in math, everything I do today hinges on what we did yesterday, last week, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Math is cumulative. So when I find that the students can't do something or forgot something, I usually go back and fill in those holes so that the child can move forward. The important thing is that they meet success, because you're not willing to put forth the effort to do something difficult unless you've had success and can move forward from that. So I often start a lesson by saying, now remember, this is based on such and such, and I'll do a couple of problems from that particular procedure to move forward into the new. It's important that the students know that their previous knowledge is important, because sometimes it's like, well, why are we studying this? Are we ever going to use it? So I try to show them how they're using what they learned in the previous lessons and in the previous years. There are 5 of us actually 6 women in the upper level from 5th through 8th. And we've gotten together a lot this year, supporting one another with family issues or, sick children or, husbands that have been ill, and we're there for one another. I recently lost a dear friend, and just the texts from my co-workers has been a real support for me through that difficulty. And, being able to have someone that I can, if I'm having a difficulty, I can go talk to them and they can give me ideas on how to get past whatever the difficulty is, either, in my life or in my teaching or with this particular student or whatever. We're very supportive of one another, and going to dinner together just to have women who understand where you're coming from, and to be able to support them in the difficulties that they face on a daily basis, trying to bring up their children while teaching and spending a lot of time at school. I also live in a community of 4 women. My mother always said, get out of my kitchen. And having 4 women living together with one kitchen, and we live in a duplex, and the kitchen is fairly small, so we avoid one another in the kitchen, but being around one another, sharing meals together, talking with one another. Again, another support group. I support them when they're going through difficulties. I support them when we have a sister who's older and sometimes needs to be driven someplace, or we need to pick up something for her from the store or from Walgreens. And it's great to be able to do that, to have the ability to drive and to do those things for the people with whom I live, because they really are my support. And I always want to be there to be their support with whatever is happening, to enjoy the beauty of a sunshiny day when we just go out for a drive to see the beauties, to, as I said, have dinner together, to go out together, to spend time together. And lastly, some of the women that I support are the women that are my good friends. I have 2 good friends in Delaware, and I was able to be there to support one. I lost my one good friend, and that was hard. And I was there a week with the other friend, with Adele, and I was able to help her go through some of Mary's things and just sit and talk about what these things meant. She had not paid bills for a while, so I got the whole stack of bills and we went through and we paid all the bills and got that off her desk. And so she can rest easier and know that things are being taken care of for Mary. And we planned the Mass for Life for Mary, which was a privilege in my life to be able to do that for a dear friend. So I guess working with kids every day is such a joy in my life. Having women that support me and that I can support, and then having my community to be with, to have women that are alive and share with me and give their love, and so that I can give my love back to them. And all of it's in the name of Christ, because He called us together. We aren't here because we wanted to be. We're here because Christ called us to be. Thank you.